G'day champions, I'm Jax from J&D Creations and this is Aussie Tool Reviews. Today, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Laserpecker Pro. So let's get into it. Alright, so the Laserpecker Pro. This is all the parts you're going to need. Now I will say that I have had this for a year and I'm not 100% sure whether this is everything that comes in the box. What I can tell you is this is everything I use on a daily basis for this machine, with the addition of the computer that runs it, my mobile phone. This is one of the main reasons that I went for this setup. I've wanted to incorporate laser and CNC into my work for a long time, but it is a very daunting thought to have to spend the time learning to use the computer programs that run those machines. Knowing that I can just download an app on my phone, for some reason gives me a peace of mind that it's going to be simple to operate this. And trust me, it's very simple. Now this right here is the laser. Very compact, very small, very portable. This contraption here is what makes it the Pro, and this is an automatic adjusting stand. The laser sits on top here and it will sense how high it is from your piece and will auto raise or lower so that you get the perfect 200mm distance that's required for this laser to operate well. And then this is the power cord. You can't really do much without this. I will let you know that it comes standard with this plug, which I believe is a US plug. I am not 100% sure. But when I purchased mine, I just told them what country I was in and they include an adapter. So you just plug it in and you are good to go straight away. A cable runs from the stand to the laser, and that's a USB-A to USB-C cable. And then another USB-C cable connects into the stand, and that's where your power supply comes from. You have some touch screen type buttons on the top of the stand here that allow you to manually raise and lower it as needed, and also switch the whole contraption on and off. But a quick press on one of the buttons will instruct the stand to automatically figure out how far it needs to be from the piece that's sitting on the plate here. Now, as with most tools, there are pros and cons to all of them. Extreme portability and ease of use is a massive pro for this machine. One of the cons or limitations that I have come across is that this particular model only has 100mm by 100mm area that you can burn in. Now, to be honest, when I bought this, it was mainly to do brands, and that size is perfectly okay for that. But it has limited me expanding in my business with some custom jobs that people have contacted me to do, but are outside that 100mm size. So let me plug this in and show you how it works. If we open up the Laserpecker app here, we can click on the album function, and this will take you into all of the images that are already saved on your phone. Once you locate the picture that you want to work with, you click on that image and it will load up into the app. And then you have a number of different options that you can pick from. You have adjustments within each option, as you can see here. I always tend to stick with the bin option, and I adjust the scroll bar here to make the image look just how I want it. Then I hit next and it brings you to the option to edit the image. Hit next again and you're brought to how big you want to make your image. Now, as you can see here, if I type in 110mm, it won't actually allow that to happen. The biggest you can do is 100mm. Hit next and it will bring up the option to connect to your device because you're not currently connected. This normally happens automatically. You will have to re-input the size you want then, and then from here you can hit next to start your burn. You will be prompted to input a password here because of the danger associated with the laser beam. However, there is also an option below to hit preview. This will prompt the laser to outline the area that it's going to be engraving on your workpiece. You can also click the show center option, which will just give you a center point for the piece that you're working on. Once you're happy with the placement, click quit preview and then go next. The file will be transferred to the laser via Bluetooth. Once the file has fully transferred over, you'll be hit with a few more options to select from. Now you can pick what material you want from a bunch of presets here. Each one of these will have their own power and depth automatically set. So we're using timber here, so we're just going to click on the wood option. You can, however, then go in and adjust the power setting you want, but we'll leave it at 100. And you can also adjust the depth setting, but we'll leave that at the preset of 80. You can also decide how many passes you want the laser to do. Again, we'll leave that at the preset and we'll hit start. Now an option comes up here to confirm that you are 200mm away from the workpiece. Now this is the prompt to press the button on your laser so that it automatically adjusts. Once you are 200mm away from your workpiece, all you have to do is click that start button. Confirm that you're 200mm away and the burning will begin. Now the app will run a percentage indicator to let you know how far along the burn is, but you can exit the app if you want to and continue to use your phone as normal. You don't have to leave your phone next to the laser for this thing to continue to work because the file has been fully transferred over to the laser. Now within the app there are other options, so you can use the album function to pick a picture straight from your photo album. Now this doesn't just work with logos and such, you can actually pick an image or a photo that you have taken. The app will transform the image, and as you can see here, this is where your different settings will come into play. You can pick the kind of look you're going for, make the necessary adjustments, and then as we did before, you just click next and go through that same process. You also have the inbuilt function of creation, which allows you to type out any sort of wording you want with a very limited selection of fonts and styles to play with. There's also a painting option within this tab, which I have never tried. Your other option here is examples, which, as the name sort of suggests, is just a bunch of preset examples in there that you can use and burn onto your artwork. Or the last choice is just to take a picture of what's in front of you, and this will act just like it does in the gallery function where you can pick any of your pre-taken photographs. And that, my friends, is the LaserPecker Pro. A very, very simple way to do laser engraving, something that even the technologically challenged would find fairly simple to use. The portability of this machine is fantastic. The app is so straightforward. I honestly think the only way you could go wrong with this laser is if you didn't remember to set it 200mm away from the workpiece. Now, I haven't actually tried to see what happens if you do that, but I can't assume it would go too catastrophically wrong. Now, if the piece you're working on won't quite fit within the restrictions of the Pro stand, there is a standard tripod thread on the bottom of the laser that will allow you to attach it to a tripod and position it however you want. If you are a follower of my channel, you would have recently seen on a certain walnut experiment that I did that I set up a pretty sketchy laser engraving station with this laser. But it all panned out in the end, so it's not a stupid idea if it works. Just try and be safe about it, please. It is a laser. Don't look directly into the beam. I am pretty sure that it does come with protective eyewear, but to be honest with you, when I set this laser up to burn, I tend to leave the workshop while it's doing its thing because it allows the perfect opportunity to work on something else while it works for you. Now, I have not looked at the price of these in the last 12 months, and with the release of the second version of this laser, I believe that the first version should have dropped in price. From memory, I paid around the $650 mark for this setup, but you can get the laser by itself for around the $400 mark. Again, I have not fact-checked these prices in at least 12 months. And just to put it out there, this video is in no way sponsored by LaserPecker at all. This machine was bought with my own money, and these are my own thoughts and opinions on it. So, does the LaserPecker Pro receive the J&D Creations tick of approval? It absolutely does. If what you're going to be burning is within that 100mm by 100mm size, then this is an absolutely beautiful machine that you really cannot pass up on. It doesn't need a permanent area or setup in your workshop. You don't have to learn any computer programs to use it. It's simple, it's quick, and straight out of the box, you can be burning within 10 minutes. And that's even if you have never done any form of laser engraving before. So I would highly recommend that you give this laser a go, providing, as I've said multiple times, that your work will fit within the constraints of 100mm by 100mm square. That is probably the only con about this machine. Well guys, I hope that helped you out if you're in the market for a laser. If there are any tools in my workshop that you want to see reviewed, make sure you leave me a comment down below and I will get that sorted for you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please be sure to do that and ring this notification bell so that you get updates on all my future videos. We're not just tool reviews on this channel, I actually do some pretty cool projects as well. Stay safe, look after yourself, legends. Until next time, I'll see you later. Oh, before I go, if you want to get your own Aussie Tool Reviews uniform, check the link below. They're just down there. Until next time, I'll see you later.